Okay,
I was gonna, I think we've discussed this before, but I wonder if we could put it in place to have this particular list of updates, put like, maybe just our first meeting of the month, just a once a month update, so that it's not an every time thing.
You mean like in rotation?
No,
If we only
just
meet
do 'em-
once a month.
Just do them all at once, the first meeting of the month, and call it good.
But we only meet one time.
Oh, that's true, I guess you're right, never mind.
But
You been there
Were
long?
you thinking like
I'm used to all the other.
to reduce the amount of times they would have to come in and report?
Yeah.
You know what, if it's, I forgot that we only meet once a month, so it's
But,
fine.
you know, it could just be a rotation basis too, that it's every other month, and so we do, you know, 2 of them, and then 2 of them, and then 2 of them, or something like that, because it's a lot of preparation for them also.
Right, sure.
That's true.
Unless they're
I
just
think that's fair.
burning to
It
do that.
is.
Janet's always busy, and so if we could do a rotation every 3 months, or,
Maybe, break them up in like kind, so parking lots,
And this, I apologize for
Yeah.
interrupting, but this would be a better conversation. This doesn't need an action.
right,
So you, any one of you can have a conversation with Kyle and
Okay.
figure that out, but it's not on the agenda. right?
okay, fair enough,
we'll get that
yeah,
done.
we'll figure it out.
Thanks, James.
Okay, item 5, discussion only, White Pine Public Museum update.
Okay,
Janet, can you come up here so Brian can hear you, please?
I'll shake. Can't stand in public.
Oh, we can sit down, sit down.
So no, all right.
We can turn the lights off.
We'll all look the other way.
So I thought I'd give you a quick update of the past month and a list of our plans for the first half of the year. We've had over 70 volunteer hours just this month. And our volunteers have been cleaning cabinets, painting, and redoing displays. We've had over 20 visitors that have stayed at least one night in Ely, and the majority of them were during the Fire and Ice weekend. Currently, we have an arbor glyph display that'll run until April, and this is a unique display created by Nancy Hadlock and Richard Potashin, and they were supported by the Great Basin Heritage Organization. And Nancy and Richard have spent numerous months traveling through the local mountain ranges, making rubbings of all the carvings on the aspen trees. And the best I can tell is they run sheeting around it, get it really tight, and then they rub the cuts and stuff, and it goes way back through the Basque heritage and sheepherder heritage, way back to the Paris Ranch, and it's from all over. And they have several little displays. And I can't really do it justice here, but you should stop in and look at it. It's really cool. And then we're planning our first ever student art contest, and this is going to be open to all the county schools, including Estelle, Baker Middle School, but not, and the Learning Bridge. 1st through 8th grades, and our theme this year is What's in the Museum. We want them to come in, see something they like, draw a picture of it, or it's open to interpretation, they can do sculpture, just pretty much anything to get this going. And then there'll be cash prizes, and then we'll have all the participants' artwork on display from April till June. And then in June will be our annual Beer and Bacon event, and it's going to be a World War II theme. We're going to encourage costumes because that went over so well last year when we had the Prohibition theme, and everybody came in costume. It was really good. So we've been making great strides the last few years, and we've got a lot of new plans, and we have a new board up and going. And so I'd like to invite y'all to come down and see our museum. It's pretty cool. We got a lot of really good comments. And if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
I have a question.
Sure.
The 20 visitors that were overnight, do we know how many visitors total, regardless of whether they stayed, that came through during the month?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, that'd be a really
Yeah.
cool metric
Yeah.
to track.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I just want to say I came to your guys' annual meeting.
Wasn't that great?
It was great. I would recommend going to it when you guys do. I think this is my second one I've been to. I've only been here for 2 years, but I've been to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them really, really interesting. This year it was the history of burlesque in the West. And
That was great.
I had no idea anything about burlesque other than feather fans and whatever. It was so interesting, and you guys have done a great job with just the speakers that you've booked. It's
Yeah.
just, I've really enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, he was Dustin Wax, and I was expecting him to come in and talk about the downtrodden woman who had no other way but to go into this,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the case. They're all entrepreneurs and business owners and really did really good. It was really interesting.
And it really had nothing to do with the red light aspect. of
No,
West.
and that's
It
what
was
we were
just-
expecting,
Yeah,
and it
totally.
wasn't. It was great.
Yeah,
So-
so thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Item 6, discussion only, board member reports. Board member
Just
McIntosh.
wanted to announce that Ely Film Festival is moving along very well with Dutch Marriage. Our hometown boy will have some films shown. It'll be the 13th through the 15th of March. And we're always looking for the first 100. If you want to join the first 100 club, it's $100 and you get the unlimited plus a special tour of the Central Theater. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great soft season edition that is not weather dependent. And that's what when Mother Nature doesn't bless us, we need to take some things inside, so. It's coming along great for a new event.
Excellent.
No report.
Yeah. Brian Borger, anything?
No, I'm fine.
And I don't have anything. Okay, item 4, public comment.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, all the Airbnbs operating now continue to operate in violation of city and county codes. They are operating a commercial venture in a residential zone. They have not made any attempt whatsoever to apply for a home occupation, a variance, or a zone change, and you recited. You need to collect the proper business license fees, zoning, and or variance fees and penalties. I'm requesting a list of all those properties and their addresses that are known to be conducting business. It attended Ely City Council meetings, White Pine County Commission meetings, White Pine, Planning Commission, now it's gonna be regional. I've not seen any applications. This board's concern is that those lawbreakers are running by the day or week, and not a dime is collected for room tax. They have not applied for a room tax license, unless I'm wrong. They have not applied for a state business license. They have not applied for a city business license. I want to remind you, I lost a $7,000 rental contract with the tenant because the city claimed I was not properly zoned. Others within a block or two, 3 of me, are living in their RVs, fifth wheels, or motorhomes with no ramifications. I'm not gonna be discriminated, and you guys need to set your rules down, especially the city and the county. You gotta address that. Madam Chairman, the parking lot island between the jailhouse motel and the Four Seasons was recently redone and does not meet minimum ADA standards. The center aisle walkway has been removed and it needs to be put back. People are now forced to walk into the street. Those that may be handicapped are put in a hazardous situation. Those in a wheelchair are even worse off. This is new construction, and the law mandates they meet ADA code. Federal code, not city, not county, not Georgia's, federal. I want to know where the building inspector's in all of this. Is he still in Eureka? For your information, there's a Rotary Club, comes out of Reno. They do their own fishing derby at Delapau Reservoir. Been doing it for years, I don't know if you knew that. I'm concerned I'm not getting all the information. It would have been nice to follow you guys. The law says 3 days prior to a meeting, not 1. And I know there's some glitches once in a while, but I couldn't follow you and I didn't know enough, or thought soon enough to come up and pick that information without interrupting any of the speakers. I want that information 3 days prior, please. The last item I'm concerned about, we talked about beautification, we talked about Main Street. I need to know if you guys are gonna start considering what's happening on the north end of town. We have a $14 million property, and we've got signs on a fence that are not conducive to what we're trying to do. New one goes up, grow bigger steel containers. Blow me, bite me. No, folks, I don't blame the guy for getting excited, I'm not sure why he's upset. But we wanna put an image through this community, and if we're gonna spend the money we're gonna spend, then everybody complies. Are you giving me the 3-minute warning?
Your 3
I don't
minutes
know.
are up.
Is it
Thank
up?
you.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
Thank you. Okay. Item 5, adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment? So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Till 7.
I was-
Okay, so.
I'm not gonna need that much time.
This has been a Georgetown production, George Chachis reporting. The preceding program was sponsored by the Greek, Easley's Radio Shack dealer at 570 Altman in downtown Ely, and brought to you as a public service by KGTV Channel 10 in Ely, Nevada.